Richard Holden.
Pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, and I'd like to thank my honourable friend, the member for Southport, who I know well, for getting this debate secured today. I'd like to disagree, though, with my honourable friend for Hindburn. There is no right side of the Pennines. It's absolutely vital that all of us across the north stick together, and if somebody like me from Lancashire, who's now representing a seat in the north east, nothing is clearer than getting some of those trans-Pennine links improved, as well as the north-south links. I certainly will.
I think he will also agree that the best thing to come from Yorkshire is always the road to Lancashire.
Richard Holden.
Well, I thank my honourable friend for that, but I don't want to create further division, as I'm trying to bring us all together at the moment. North West Durham is quite a unique constituency in the fact that it has no dual carriageway and no railway line or railway stations. So the local people, feeling rather fed up with being particularly left behind, decided last year to vote for some change, and for the first time ever elected a Conservative MP in the hope of delivering that. On the promise that the Prime Minister made that he would properly level up the country. And it's something that I remember when I was with my honourable friend for Sedgefield, and we visited the cricket club in his constituency after the election. The Prime Minister really doubled down on that pledge, and I'm hoping that today in the budget, in the spending review and in future budgets, we'll see some cash starting to flow through from that. But I'd like to agree with several honourable friends. Levelling up isn't just about infrastructure, it's actually about something broader than that. It's about providing opportunity for people. It's about opportunity to get on as an individual, opportunity to provide for your family, and actually an opportunity, as many people in my community like to see, to help lift an entire community, employ people, and do the right thing. For North West Durham, I certainly will. Yep.
Would you agree with me that it's also important that we have some small projects now, some planned projects, and some visions for the future? That it's a journey that starts now.
I cannot agree with my honourable friend more. It's absolutely, we do need to show people that we're getting on with the job now. We need to show plans for the future, and also a real vision for where we want the country to be in a few years' time. So I cannot agree with my honourable friend more, and that brings me to some of my projects in my constituency. We've just had news in the last few weeks that our local hospital is going to be redone, our local community hospital. We're campaigning on some infrastructure projects for the future, particularly transport projects, such as the A68, which I'm working with honourable members from across the country on, the Derwent Walk, transforming it into a new public transport link with cycling and walking alongside, and also improved cycling, walking and bus routes in Weardale, Crook and Willington in my constituency. We mustn't forget the cultural infrastructure, which really helps support communities too, and I'll be campaigning for a new swimming bath for Crook, which the local Labour Council closed down and demolished within a few weeks in 2012. But I think, most importantly of all, it's to reflect some of the words of my honourable friend for Berry, who said about education. I'm really glad to have seen what's happened in the last few weeks with the removal of the age 23 cap on first level 3 qualification. I'm glad to see some of the other moves going in terms of post-qualification applications to university, and I think that's a direction we need to head in. But it's not just about one thing, it's not just about infrastructure, it's about a whole collective approach and a long-term one. Thank you very much, Mr. Gray.
Roy Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Gray, and it's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship.